Hello, unlimited friends. It's Zara back again with Q&A about the law of attraction and how to apply it to our lives. The question today is about the teachings of Neville Goddard, and it is from Smiley. Smiley says, I am into studying Neville's teachings. He says that you can manifest for others. He has given a few examples from his life that how he helped his friend to be joyfully employed by visualizing him manifesting a job. Can you please share your thoughts on this? Thanks. Smiley, this is a fabulous question. And before I get into the answer, I want to say that I have the utmost respect for Neville Goddard as well as Napoleon Hill and many other teachers who have come in the past. Their teachings are valuable. To this day, the teachings of Buddha are valuable. To this day, the teachings of Christ, Jesus Christ, Moses, Muhammad, they are all valuable. And before I go into explaining everything to you, which I am going to do with the help of a diagram, I'm going to do a short introduction. So to everyone who is here, thank you for supporting my channel. For those of you who are new, hi, I'm ZMAHOON. I write the blog ZMAHOON.com. I am the author of 16 books on the subject of law of attraction, and I am a mindset and manifesting expert and transformational coach. You can find out all about my products and services on my website ZMAHOON.com, and from my website you can also send me a question if you have a question bubbling inside you that you would like the answer to, because this here is my virtual hot seat. All right, let's get into Smiley's question. So before I start drawing my diagram, Smiley, the one thing that I want to say to you as well as everyone else here is that human understanding changes as we discover more and more and more about the world and how it functions. So I don't know if you've looked at the age in which Neville Goddard lived, but he was born in 1905 and he died in 1972. So in 1972, we didn't know as much as we now know about quantum physics. And yes, he intuitively knew a lot of things, but our ability to get information from source changes as we become open to receiving more information. And that's what I want you to know. Every teacher who has come along has contributed valuable things based on what they knew at that point in time. And we now know a lot more. There's a lot more we know about quantum physics, and because of that, there are things that we can explain which we could not explain before. Okay? So for example, way back, let's go back a century. When the sun rose, people thought that the sun was revolving around the earth. And now we know that it's the other way around. We know that the earth revolves around the sun. So our understanding has changed. And that change came about because of our understanding of physics. Okay? So keep that at the back of your mind. And what I want you to know is that Neville's teachings are valuable, and many things that he says are spot on. We are not here to disprove Neville. We are here to build on top of the foundation that he provided us with. Okay? We are taking things a step further. The teachers like myself and others who are being born in this time-space reality, we have access to a lot more information than Neville had access to. We have access to a lot more information than Napoleon Hill had access to. And so we are taking thought to a new place. So let me share my screen with you. I'm going to draw a diagram that is going to help you to understand a couple of things that Neville could not have explained because the physics of law of attraction, the way we have it today, the way we understand it today, was not available at that time. And so he could not have explained it to you in this manner. All right. All right, let's get started. Let's go. So the first thing I'm going to do is to draw the emotional scale. Because the emotional scale helps us to understand frequency. So this line over here, the y-axis, is momentum, and the x-axis here, this is emotion. Now, Neville did understand emotion. He talked about emotion and how confidence and trust and belief played a role. And what we understand now is that all emotions have a frequency. This was not understood at that point in time in Neville's days. We now know that you can measure the frequency of thought. It is measurable. Brain waves are measurable. They are electromagnetic and we can measure them. So now we understand that emotions can be measured. Here's the thing. The person who has a desire creates the answer to that desire in non-physical form. And Neville refers to this. He totally knew this, that there is a non-physical form that everything exists in before it becomes physical. When you give birth to a desire, it is non-physical. In order for this desire to become physical, it needs energy. You need to energize it. The more energy you give it, then the faster it will manifest. Now, it's just like, so if I was to give you an example of it, it's just like a printer cartridge. As long as the ink cartridge is full, you can print the page that you're printing. And that process of printing needs energy. So we are taking something that is non-physical, which is the code that has been transmitted to the printer, and turning it into something physical, which is the printed paper. And that process uses energy. If I am printing something, then it's going to be printed at the printer where I have sent the instruction. Each one of us has our own printer, our own manifesting machine. And in Abraham lingo, that manifesting machine is called the vortex. So everyone puts into the vortex what they want to manifest. And everybody's vortex is full of things that they want to manifest. Primarily, everyone wants to manifest joy, freedom, and happiness. Okay? So now this person has put, let's take the example of a job because that's what you mentioned in your comment. Let's say that there's a job that this person wants to manifest and the job is inside this vortex. In order for it to become manifest, in order for it to pop out of the vortex and become a manifested reality, I'm going to call that MR, manifested reality, it needs energy. The person whose vortex contains the desire has to be the person that sends this desire energy. Okay? However, I'm going to change pens. However, other people have the power of influence. Influence. I can, and this is influence is the power that all leaders have. Leaders influence people to accomplish things. They influence people to accomplish things. They don't go and accomplish those things for those people. But here's the importance of it in the world of law of attraction. Let's say that this is Neville and he has a friend, and his friend, I'm going to say, is Mr. B. He has a friend, Mr. B, and he really wants his friend, Mr. B, to manifest a job. Now, Mr. B is over here on the emotional scale. He's really low down on the emotional scale. When Neville uses the process of visualization, he is sending his energy, powerful energy, to his friend by visualizing him over here. But this is a positive energy that Neville is sending. So the frequency of this visualization is an energy that travels through the atmosphere and goes to Mr. B. So this is Neville's energy going to Mr. B. And because of the positive nature of this energy, because it is positive, this energy is saying you can do it, you can be it. I see you as being it. This is positive energy. It will lift these spirits from this point here and help him to go up the emotional scale. And if B can get to a positive place anywhere, this is the positive part of the emotional scale, anywhere here, then the doorway of manifestation will open, and B's energy, because now B's energy has changed and it is positive. So now this job will pop out and become manifest. It will become manifest reality. So from Neville's point of view, it appears as if he visualized his friend's job into being. He created the job for his friend, but he did not create the job for his friend. He sent positive energy to his friend, and then his friend's positive energy is what made the job pop and become a reality, a manifested reality. So you really have to understand the emotional scale and momentum. And I can explain every single thing that Neville has ever talked about based on the teachings of Abraham, which is where this information comes from, because the teachings of Abraham are building on top of what has come before. And I am playing a role in bringing Abraham's teachings a step further because I explain it so differently from the way Abraham explains it. My explanation with diagrams takes it a step further. And I can tell you today that in another 10, 20, 30 years, there's going to be another teacher who is powerful and takes it even a step further than what Abraham and I are accomplishing in our lifetimes. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Smiley, I loved your question, and I hope that this gives you a bigger, more complete picture of how things work and the science that is behind the teachings of Neville Goddard and Napoleon Hill. Love you so much. Thank you for your powerful question. Check out my courses, my books, and my online programs. I also have a program called the Unlimited 365, which I teach every day, and it's a group coaching program. So on the weekends, we have a training session where I answer questions on Zoom to people who are part of that program. Plus, you can join the 40-day unlimited workout, which is based on the unlimited 40-day law of attraction workbook to accelerate manifestation. I have the workbook somewhere here. It's always on my desk because I teach this program every day as well. So grab the workbook, join the workout, because you will interact with me on a regular everyday basis. And as a result, you will learn a lot more about the law of attraction and how it really works, not those sensational headlines that mislead you. You will learn how it really works. All right. Bye for now.